Let me ask you something. How many times have we expected a student to change their behavior without ever changing the way we teach it? In classrooms across the country, students with autism are being asked to meet expectations that were never truly taught in a way that they can access. That's where applied behavior analysis, ABA, steps in, not as a rigid system, but as a framework for understanding behavior and teaching it with intention. Because behavior is not random, it's communication. And when we understand that, we stop reacting and start teaching. Let's start with something simple. Imagine asking a student to participate appropriately. That sounds clear to us, but for a student with autism, that's not one skill. It's many. Making eye contact, waiting their turn, responding to a question, staying seated. DTT, discrete trial training, breaks that complexity down, one skill at a time, one success at a time. And here's the shift. Instead of correcting failure, we build success in small, intentional steps. Because when a student succeeds repeatedly, confidence grows. And when confidence grows, behavior follows. Now let's flip the script. What if, instead of controlling behavior, we focused on motivation? Pivotal response treatment does exactly that. It uses play, choice, natural interaction. Because here's the truth. If a student is not motivated, no strategy will stick. PRT targets the pivotal areas like engagement, responsiveness, and self-initiation. And when those improve, everything else improves with it. So instead of asking, how do I get this student to comply, we start asking, what makes this student want to engage? That question changes everything. Now imagine learning doesn't feel like instruction at all. It just feels natural. That's the power of natural environment training. NET takes what already matters to the student, their interest, their routines, their preferred rewards, and uses those as the pathway for learning. Because behavior learned in isolation doesn't always transfer, but behavior learned in real context, that sticks. So instead of pulling students out of their environment, we bring learning into it. And when learning feels relevant, students don't just participate, they connect. Now, here's where all of this comes together. ABA is not just about strategies, it's about data. Because every intervention, every prompt, every reinforcement, every response tells a story. Data King represents that mindset. Not guessing, not assuming, but knowing. Knowing what works. Knowing what needs to change. knowing when a student is truly making progress. Because when you use data effectively, you stop relying on trial and error and start making decisions with purpose. And that's why the network matters. This work is complex, it's nuanced, and is consistently evolving. So, this is an invitation to connect with professionals who are using data to drive real outcomes, to share strategies that actually work in real classroom, to be part of a community that moves beyond compliance and into impact. Because when we combine strategy, data, and collaboration, we don't just manage behavior, we unlock potential. Thank you and goodbye.